People, what is happening? It is time for the drop, coming to you from Cactus Music every week, and it is what, 22nd?
Yeah,
August.
all day
Man,
long.
Summer's almost toast.
It is going.
Summer's almost toast.
And for all you kids, summer is toast. It's all
This
done.
is true.
It's
Yeah.
done.
But something special. Starting off with
Hey, we're going to kick it up tonight. You know, this is easily one of the biggest records of the year. Sabrina Carpenter record comes out tomorrow. We're having an old school midnight listening party for this thing. You can hear it, album in its entirety at first here at the store. All attendees will get, we've got like these journals, and we've got like candy lips and some stuff. We've also got a great prize that you can enter to win, and the record will be available. We have the Indie Store exclusive at midnight, the CD and tapes as well. But yeah, should be great. Beginning at 11 tonight here at Cactus. And hope to see everybody out for that.
All right.
Should be great. Complimentary beverages. And,
colored vinyl, baby. Come on.
Colored vinyl.
Come get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. If it doesn't debut at number one, I would be shocked. And it might knock Taylor off the top. She said 15-week run at number one. This could be
the end of that run.
And then next week, we'd love to introduce you to a new recording artist. This is Lou Tyler. Album's Mr. Skeet. What you need to know, he is an 18-year-old rapper from Tallahassee, Florida, and he's kind of in with the Florida sound, which would be like Denzel Curry and and Kodak Black and those guys. It's very melodic. But anyways, you can meet him here at Cactus.
Wow, that's a good
next
one.
Wednesday, the 28th at 5 p.m. It's a wristband event, so you purchase the CD from us beginning tomorrow, and we'll give you wristbands so you can meet him. Cool kid who's really going places. And you want to have bragging rights in the future to say you met him at Cactus.
I knew him before he was
huge. Something. Yeah. So 2 great events. Hope to see you out here. Complimentary beverages, free to attend from St. Arnold Brewery. And so there you go. Hey, let's talk about some brand new records.
Let's talk about it. What do you got?
We're going to kick it off. Justin Townes Earl, All In, Unreleased, and Rarities, the New West Years. This is his first posthumous release. He died almost exactly 4 years ago.
Wow.
During the pit, one of those, an artist who very, very openly struggled with addiction and emotional issues. And pandemic, I think, was...
Did him in,
yeah. And but he is one of my favorite guys.
You're a super fan.
I can tell you 3 of the greatest conversations I've ever had with musicians were with him.
Really?
Yeah, he maybe saw him live at Cactus. We had a couple of brilliant in-stores with him. This thing is terrific. It's covers, demos, bonus tracks, and he's primed for rediscovery. His first 3 albums are 5-star records, and they're all different. One's kind of bluesy, one's kind of old-timey string band, and the other one is kind of folky, but he is the real deal. Check him out if you're not familiar with him. Obviously, Steve Earle's son. Artistically did not fall far from the tree. Boy, that's a great sleeve face.
Is it?
It almost fits perfectly. Oh my gosh. All right. Lots of fun here.
Try to keep it moving here at the drop.
Okay, next up, Cigarettes After Sex. This is, I don't know what you call it. It's
they're touring right now.
Dream pop, slowcore. For me, it's not shoegaze. People keep calling it shoegaze. It is not. It's not guitar. It doesn't have that depth of guitar for me to call it shoegaze. But it's certainly dreamy and ethereal. There's a breakout band. They had the huge hit with the REO Speedwagon song "Keep on Loving You," the slowed down version of it. They're from El Paso. And I had no idea how huge they are when they booked. They're going to play the Toyota Center on September 19th. I'm like,
right,
what?
That's where I saw it.
Are they big enough to play? And apparently they are.
Apparently so.
Apparently they are. So,
this one's on crystal clear vinyl, another Indie Store
exclusive. Yeah. And they're a very divisive band. I mean, like, I heard that "Keep on Loving You" thing. I'm like, this is maybe the worst thing I've ever heard. but it's but it gets to you. Their sound gets to you, and people are really into it. So I'm really curious to see what the show's like. Okay, we have this. We've covered this before. This is brand new record from Conan Gray. This is Found Heaven, and we've discussed the album before. But what we've got here at Cactus for you, we just got a limited run of pressings
I see.
that have an autographed poster on the inside. And this thing's like a 6-panel fold-out poster, so it's big. You can hang it in your room, you can put it in a frame, whatever. It's cool. Global superstar. The last time we had autographed items from them, CDs, we blew through them super fast. So get to the store if you're a fan. They will not last long.
I like that. It's a cool cover.
Man, let's talk about. I'm going to kind of boxed together some of these new releases in kind of a theme thing. Let's talk about 3 emerging modern country acts. This thing is, these acts coming out of the pandemic, these groups, the sounds really clicked with people, I think, in a more organic sense, and these artists are doing huge business.
I'm only aware of one of these on the list.
My son keeps me up on all this stuff. This is
okay, good.
49 Winchester.
Oh,
we have autographed copies of this too. This is Leaving This Holler. What you need to know about them? They had a huge breakthrough hit off their album Fortune Favors in 2022.
Okay.
And this is really kind of continuing the success streak. They are filling stadiums. They opened for Luke Combs. They have a super loyal fan base, and they really kind of came out of nowhere and ran the board. It's straight up country, good singing, good playing, good songs.
Love it.
Worth your time to check out if that's how you are wired.
Rolling Stone says country music's buzziest of buzz bands.
Whoa, buzziest. All right.
Get that.
And then let's talk about Red Clay Strays. These
They
guys
just opened for the Stones, didn't they?
Dude, they've opened in for the Stones. These guys are white hot right now, to the point that RCA bought out they had an independent contract with another label, and they just bought out their contract so that they could sign them. And this thing's selling like crazy, to the point that I don't have an LP to show you because we're out of the LP. We just had the CD.
Check it out.
LP back soon, but man, they really are terrific. They're from Mobile, Alabama, and this record's produced by Dave Cobb, the great Dave Cobb. He's produced like tons of great country records, and probably of any of the modern country stuff you should check out. It's and people immediately like them. They're
so you pointed out something before we got started, and I just want to tell the viewers that if the lettering is reversed on this, we're using a different camera to shoot today, so we're having some technical
We're going to
problems.
fix it in post-production.
We'll fix it.
We're going to fix it.
Or we won't. But we apologize if that's the case.
And then a new album from this band, Muscadine Bloodline. This is the Coastal Plain. They're from Mobile as well, and they had another huge hit. This Port Swing Angel was a big track, platinum in the old download world, and they're really informed by their Gulf Coast thing. That like a lot of the tunes are about Gulf Coast stuff, and I think when we were in over the summer, we were in South Carolina with my family, and they sold out 3 nights in a row at this huge venue there.
Okay.
They are
I like that.
They're happening. So again, this movement is really happening. This modern country thing is big. It's clicking with people, and there's a lot of good music being made. Check it out. All right, man. I don't know. Are you hip to this band? You like this band? Blues Pills?
I can't see this. No.
Blues Pills? Oh man, they are cool.
This is the one?
This is their 4th album. They're a Swedish hard rock band in not metal, hard rock band. A lot of blues, a lot of psych in there. They're fronted by Eileen Larson, who is this super charismatic female singer. She's got an incredible voice, and they are just like killer live act.
I gotta check this out.
They are really super great. They're one of those artists that customers are coming. It's like, have you seen this band? It was very much like before. What's the band? The kids like the Zeppelin inspired. What is it? What is that? Space Now.
I can see them.
Anyway,
I
so
can see their
like the
faces.
buzz is like customers are telling me about this band before the last record, and this is an interesting record because it's kind of autobiographical. During the making of the record, the singer found out that she was pregnant, and it kind of changed the whole tenor of the songwriting and everything. But it is a cool record. Check out this band if you like hard rock, and you think there's not modern records being made for you that you like other than maybe Queens of the Stone Age. Check them out. They are terrific. This is a cool record. Bridget Calls Me Baby. The Future Is Our Way Out. This is an NME breakout artist, and it says, Flood, the producer, says, they create a landscape halfway between The Cure and The Strokes.
There you go.
I think that's relatively accurate. They're from Chicago. I thought they were a British band from the way the guy sings, this guy Wes Levens. It's very kind of Morrissey inspired, or he sings a little bit like the singer from Interpol. But they have a big hit called Impressively Average, and they had just did a sold-out U.S. tour. They are a band to watch on the ATO label.
Come on.
And if you like any of that post-punk, new wavy type stuff, this is for you. Great new, yeah, that guy right there.
Thank you.
What has 2 thumbs and loves post-punk new wave? This guy.
This guy. Okay.
Okay. This is a. I didn't skip. Okay. Everybody knows Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits.
Sure.
We all know Lindsay and Stevie.
Yes, we do.
But before that, they were a long
Back in
tenured
the day.
band. This is the best of Fleetwood Mac, 69 to 74,
Mm-hmm.
and this is terrific. This is 2 LPs. Of course, it's got penguins on it. 2 LPs, and this has like all the best music from the best tunes from the blues era. Hypnotized, Oh Well, Rattlesnake Shake, Green Manalishi, Station Man. If you've never heard Peter Green play guitar,
Oh
he's
my
one
God.
of the signature, most influential blues, hard rock, English guitar players ever.
Yes.
And the great thing about this is a compilation that takes you right up to the
Yes.
Stevie Lindsay era, and then that greatest hits moves forward from 76 forward. But this is, I think a lot of people, Fleetwood Mac sells so many records, and people are obsessed with the hit years, but it's a big question mark, like what happened before. This is a good way to figure it out. Worth your time.
Bob Welch was in the
Yep.
band for a minute, right?
He was, yeah.
He did
made,
an album.
He made three albums
Wow,
with them.
3 albums.
And some of the best, Heroes Are Hard to Find.
Oh, there you go.
Hypnotized is a great
Duh.
track.
Yeah, it's a great
track
It's-
with him.
And it's like you played that for people, maybe they knew it from like 70s or they
Yeah.
were kids and heard it on the radio.
Right.
Have no idea it's Fleetwood Mac.
Right,
You know,
absolutely. Except for the drumming, it still has that.
It still has
cool
and it's
drum.
obviously John McVie on bass.
Yeah.
Here's two things. Since we're talking Fleetwood Mac, Peter Green's guitar is still on tour
Oh,
because it is currently owned by Kirk Hammett,
I did not know that.
and it goes out on stage every night.
That's a
and
good
it's
thing.
probably the most valuable.
It's a Black Les Paul, right?
No, it's a burst. It's
Oh,
a 59 burst. But what makes it people say the secret sauce is that the bridge pickup was installed reversed, so it's out of phase. So the first position is out of phase.
Yeah, and I did that then Play on Records, one of my vinyl vault records.
Yeah.
And that is like spooky rock record, and
Yeah.
it's got something to do with it.
Yeah, so the guitar is probably considered like the holy grail of artist guitars. Like, oh, Hendrix's guitar from whatever, Jeff Beck's guitar from this. But it's still out there. He paid an ungodly amount of money for it, but he said, I'm not putting it in a vault. I'm playing it every night.
I love
And he
that.
does.
Guitars are for playing.
Oh, and the last thing is, as a kid, I was a big Judas Priest fan. Had no idea that they had not written Green Manalishi.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, this one goes out to my wife. This is maybe her favorite
Ray
modern
LaMontagne.
recording artist, Ray LaMontagne. She has been rocking this thing nonstop. When we get in the car, this is what is playing. This is brand new record, Long Way Home.
Cool stuff.
Everybody knows it from the Trouble song that
Mm-hmm.
was licensed for commercial. He is a really interesting artist, very very private, very has not played the game. He's got 8 records prior to this. Multi-Grammy winner, but very introverted guy. Just does now. He's got it on his own label now, and boy, this "Step Into Your Power" song is powerful.
Good stuff, huh?
It is really great.
heard
Signature
this one.
voice.
I need to
Check
check
it
it out.
out if you're a fan at all. He does not disappoint, and this record is one of his best records in a long time. Hey, welcome back, Foster the People.
Right on.
So, and the multi-platinum act. It's their first record in 3 years, and they're having a little reset moment. They signed with Atlantic, and it's kind of a return to their sound of their Pumped Up Kicks.
Pumped Up Kicks, yeah.
Pumped Up Kicks, which is you
Mark
could
Foster
not
and
escape.
It's Mark Foster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could not escape
No.
that track forever. And
banger.
this is a strong record. But their debut for Atlantic Records, I immediately liked it. I think anybody that's a fan of this band should just run out and get this thing because it is terrific.
I love that.
Hey, let's get funky. Let's talk about the new album by The Dip, Love Direction. And man, they hit it big with their last record, Sticking With It. It was debuted #1 on the R&B charts, Billboard R&B charts, and it's it's very vintage sound, 3-piece horn section, really taking kind of retro R&B into the modern era. Super fun party record. Check them out if you like the classics. This is a way to dig a modern band, and they're
Yeah.
coming to town too. I think they're playing 713, so go check them out. Go see
This
some
is
live
cool.
music.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that album cover.
And let's talk about our always popular reissue part of the program. And we're going to talk about, all these Linkin Park records are coming back. And quickly, they finally, Hunting Party gets repressed on translucent light blue colored vinyl. Of course, they had a recent Record Store Day piece, which is a bestseller. And then they've done the super limited edition of 3 albums: Minutes to Midnight, Meteora, and Hybrid Theory. And these use the one-step process where really you're basically making it from the master tape. They're lathing a record from the master tape. Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs made that process really popular, and now you're seeing rock bands start to adopt it because the sound is really, of course, it's diminishing returns, but for people that have everything and want to see what they sound like, they're pricey audiophile records now from Linkin Park.
Sweet.
Yeah, check them out.
If you're a fan.
Hey, no, this is fun. These have first time ever on. Which one do you want?
Let's start with Alex Lifeson.
Okay, that's you.
Thank you.
So Alex and Getty they only made one solo record prior to Alex's Victor, and Getty's was My Favorite Headache, and these came out kind of while the band was on hiatus in 2000, and it was cool. They stretched out and did something different than they would normally do with their marquee flagship rock band, and it's fun stuff. I mean, I love both of these guys. That's probably, even though I'm not a colossal fan of the band, that documentary is one of my favorite things ever.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
It's
so
fantastic.
Good. And so these are available for the first time on vinyl because, of course, that's 2000. That's the CD era. So people get a chance to.
Isn't he doing he's doing a book tour now, right?
He's been doing a book tour,
but it's kind of like
right.
a live, speaking to the audience kind of.
Yep.
Kind of like
Q&A.
Yeah. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, me too. And
crazy baseball fan.
Crazy baseball
like obsessed.
Fan. And I hope these guys get to make we get to hear some new music from them working together. Wouldn't that be terrific?
I think it happens. I'm
gonna
call it right now.
Will you ring?
I think the time, and obviously with Neil's passing, is enough, and those guys are just too talented to not.
Too talented and best friend since they were kids.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I can't imagine.
Didn't someone just buy the studio?
Oh,
the
I
studio
think so.
that they record. It's Les Studio, or is it like in Quebec, right, where they made Permanent Waves, I think, and maybe even Moving Pictures. I don't know, but it was like empty and abandoned for a while. And there was a little documentary on YouTube where this filmmaker guy goes back to it and walks through the room, and they showed some of the Rush video of them standing in the same place.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Let me tell you, today, right now, Houston, Texas, Canada sounds pretty good to me.
Man, brother.
110 heat index.
Book a flight.
Okay, let's close the reissues thing with, we're going to revisit this. We talked about it as a Record Store Day piece, but it's back on black vinyl. This is, I'm guessing, one of Ruben's favorite recordings ever, and one of the definitive concert movies of all time. Stop Making Sense by the
Hands
Talking
down.
Heads. And what they've done here is expand it to where you get the full show. 2 LPs, I'm guessing 16, 17 songs. It's one of those things, because I would see the movie and I would listen to it and I'm like, why didn't they put the whole? Why don't we get the whole thing? You get the whole thing.
I saw it. I remember going to the River Oaks Theater to see it,
Yeah.
which is about to reopen and come back.
How exciting
They're
is
weeks away, and thank God it survived. So probably my favorite track on here. I mean, of course, everybody loves Psycho Killer, but I really love Girlfriend Is Better.
Girlfriend
It's
is
just
better.
such a good track.
It's so
That's
cool.
I don't know, for whatever reason, that just obviously, Jonathan Demme, of course.
I mean, it's just party music, right?
This is classic.
like, you put that on, people
They're good to go.
digging it.
They're good to go.
And you want to make the creaky sound?
Is it time for the vault?
It's time for the vinyl vault. That was pretty good.
That sucked.
All right.
All right. It's like
My vinyl vault. I picked a
Cricket.
totally weird record. We sometimes talk about cult records. This is like the cultiest of cult records, with the exception of it being actually released on a major label, Capitol. This is Karen Dalton. It's So Hard to Tell Who's Going to Love You the Best, and this was, I think, 69. Yeah, 1969 Capitol Records. And
I've never heard of this.
right. So it is one of the best like folk blues records ever made.
Yeah.
And here's a quote from Bob Dylan. My favorite singer in the place was Karen Dalton. She had a voice like Billie Holiday and played guitar like Jimmy Reed, which I think is a pretty fair assessment of it. She was discovered by Fred Neil, the guy that wrote The Dolphins and Everybody's Talking. And he referred her to Nick Vanette, who was the Capitol A&R guy for the Beach Boys, and actually brought the Beatles to America and got her a deal with Capitol. She recorded this whole album, first takes, in one night. And
Wow.
it is for real great.
Cool, man.
It is worth it. Is if you like acoustic blues, this is one of the great lost masterpieces. We've sold originals of this for like $300-400.
Wow.
And it got reissued last Record Store Day, and then is now limited edition, but kind of permanently available. And I think you can stream it too if you want to just check it out. She's got a terrific voice. It really is something unique and different and cool.
Good pick. All right, so we got a little time left, so we're just gonna chat about a few things. Are you ready? I have 2 concert reviews.
All right.
So this past Friday night here in Houston, Texas, where we are, Cactus Music World headquarters, Kings of Leon.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was great. Phanogram handling the opening duties, which
Oh,
I like.
nice. Yeah,
you know,
cool.
they do their thing, and played
a good opening act
Played,
to
played
get
a couple of
everybody
the
going.
hits. Yeah, it had So Kings come out the second night of the tour, which I
Wow.
was not
I
aware
don't
of.
think
So
I knew
they're
that.
good energy, and the way the stage was set up, they had these 2 huge screens on the side, like you would normally see if you go to like Austin City Limits or one of those outdoor festivals. You know how they do the 2 Diamond Vision or whatever they call the screens on the side. So they come out, they open up, they do Ballerina Radio, first song off the album. We talked about it off the new album, which is a great track. And as soon as he sings the first line, they did the words karaoke style, like you were in, so everybody could
that's
kind of sing
funny.
along. It was brilliant.
How come nobody's done
It
that
was
before?
so.
It's
I mean,
That
some
is
bands have done like a
brilliant.
sentence or the title or a chorus
No,
of a
that's
song,
brilliant.
but it was the whole kind of run, And I thought it was done really, 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 really well. The band sounded awesome. They were just airtight. I'm a really big fan. I don't think they've done an album that I didn't like.
And Cactus Shoppers.
That's right. Of course, everyone's connected to Cactus. Second song in the set, they went with the first song off the new album. What do you think the second song in the set was?
Second song off the new album.
Nope, The Bucket.
Oh wow. Okay. They're hitting them.
They went all the way back,
Yeah.
which was great. It was fantastic. No, I went with a buddy of mine. And we had a really good time. They played a lot of. The front half of the show was really like new album heavy, but those first 4 tracks or so are super solid. So that was good. And then this past Monday night, Jane's Addiction and Love and Rockets. You couldn't go to, but Love and Rockets opened it up, kind of did their thing. They're just like a machine.
They are very mechanical.
But in a good
But
way.
I love it.
In a good way.
yeah.
I mean, everything for 3 people, man. They cover a lot of ground. Daniel Ash's vocals sounded amazing. I thought the mix could have been I wanted a little bit more volume. That's
Hear
all.
that, people?
Yeah,
Turn
I
it
just
up.
713. I
Turn
love
it up,
It's such a
713.
great place to see a show too, man. It's
Yeah, it
such
is.
they really did that place really nicely. But I felt like I could hear more people talking than I could actually really kind of focus on the band. Jane's came out. The crowd was roaring after every song. Can't remember what they opened. I think like Pigs and Zen, I think was the opener. And then, they mixed in a little bit of this and that. Perry did his thing with the audience. So really good. So yeah, that was pretty good. Let's talk about, before we let everybody go, if you're in the Houston area, it's worth hitting this again. What
tonight,
happens
11
tonight?
p.m. Listening party for Sabrina Carpenter. We have free gifts, free party gifts for if you show up, and we have a great prize that you can win as well. Limited edition item.
Phones are ringing.
The
Here we
phones
go.
are ringing.
Fox viewers are
Complimentary
calling.
beverages, no cost. Come hear the album first. We'll be playing it, and the record will go on sale at midnight. So check that out. And then, of course, next Wednesday, the 28th at 5 p.m., you can meet Lou Tyler.
From Florida.
Lou Tyler from Tallahassee.
Rapper that needs to be on
Yep.
your radar, people.
18-year-old rapper. Come meet the youngster.
I don't have it. All right,
at the,
sorry about that.
At the record store. And hopefully you will be seeing a lot more of things like that. coming up.
Hopefully you will be here next week for more. We'll have another incredible episode of The Drop. I mean,
Incredible.
right?
I mean, how
Okay.
can you miss it?
I'm Ruben.
Set a
That's
timer.
Quinn. We're out. Peace. See you later.